Hello and welcome everyone to a new episode of Tawheed and the Spiritual Unity of the Three Principles. Today we have an amazing topic actually, and amazing presentations, African presentations from Nakivale 3P Alcohol Department, Success Roots School, New Hope Community, youth groups, schools in Kampala and Kakuma refugee camps in Kenya. So today here I'm joined also by Harry Dervitsky, who's been my co-host in previous seasons, as you might know, guys. And I'm really glad to be joined again with you, Harry, and to be able to create this space for all of us to share what you've been up to. To be honest, I've been pretty amazed by what you've been up to recently, Harry, and the work you're doing in these refugee camps, and your endeavor and your willingness to share this understanding with a broader audience, especially in Africa. It really touched me. It touched me, and it's really, this is what this understanding is about. And I think if Sydney Banks was still alive, we'd be really proud about what you're doing, Harry. And I'm really happy and glad to see you doing this, really. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, thanks. That's great, Omar. First of all, it was spiritual that created Africa. It wasn't myself. I didn't go out trying to reach out to Africa. Africa came as a surprise, and we started. One of the things when you start to hear the programs and so on that we've been doing, we started about January 15th. So we've been into it for about 10 months. And what has been amazing is the spreading of the three principles in so many effective manners and so on. And we've done it as a team. I have a team of 6, and in that team it's myself, mentors from Back to the Fitra, and also Jim, who's an alliance with myself as well. And we've done it mostly through, we've needed donations. We've gotten some of that. We've done it with efforts from the people. And it's been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sharing on both sides. They've appreciated it, and I've appreciated it. And the love that's been shared has enriched everybody's hearts who have been touched, who have been involved in this project. That's why we're doing it. The three principles allows us to get deeper into love, and it leads the way for people, no matter what their circumstances, to be free of their thinking, free to express the feelings. Africans have beautiful feelings. That's what I'll say. So I'm going to just try to talk as little as possible. We're going to start first with Philip's group. Philip's is the manager of the Three Principles Nakivale Alcohol Department, and it's an amazing department because it not only teaches in Nakivale, which has 120,000 people and about 80 villages, 120,000 people in 80 villages, but he's also working. We're also working in Kenya, where Kakuma has 500,000, and they bring people in alcohol scenarios every Friday, and we share with them on that. And one of the most beautiful things is that the 3 counselors all were heavy drinkers. And now they're counselors to help the community. They've left it behind with the understanding of the 3 principles and their love of God. We are not excluding that from our teaching. It's the love of God that has led them to be so open to the 3 principles. And it started with Miranda, where he simply dropped alcohol, inspired Nehemiah, dropped alcohol, Andrew dropped alcohol, and then they go out into the different communities and so on. one of the and so I'm going to let them talk. Now, the three of them, Philip speaks English, but the other three speak only Swahili. So all the teaching is done in Swahili. And this is true for quite a few of the projects. Go ahead, Philip. Share with people what you've seen and so on, with each of the guys speaking as well.
All right. Thank you so much. First of all, I welcome everyone that we come together today and we share. So first of all, I will first introduce myself and introduce my counselors that are with me here today. So I'm Taiwa Phillips, manager, Alcohol 3 Principal Department, based here in Nakivale. And I'm also a founder and CEO Healing Health, Healing Hearts, is also based here in Nakivale. So with me, I will first introduce the counselors that I work with, who started like clients who were having a lot of challenges, a lot of troubles. But for now, after we have trained them, they have understood like that wisdom lies within them. They are now graduated into counselors and they are sharing to the community. So I would like to introduce them as we go ahead into sharing. So first of all, we started with this gentleman. It's called Murinda Rugaragara. This was our first client, and it was very good that he just got sleepy very well and he graduated. Next one is Nehemiah. Nehemiah Bijuramami, I think most of you have heard his story. Then we have Andrew as well. So we are very privileged that we got 3P come here in Nakivale. And after 3P has come, we trained this gentleman and we understood the role of thought. We understood the love of God. We understood that wisdom lies within us. So in this department, we are very much happy because it is changing lives of people positively in Nakivale and beyond. So we are very much happy that people have understood that they are the answer for themselves, because they didn't know about that before. They joined the department, but they didn't know that they can solve the problem by their own self. And they didn't know that even overthinking was the problem and they can solve it by their own self. So we are very happy that 3 Principle has guided us, and now people are living happily, people are living positive, people have stopped drinking due to understanding the role of thought, due to understanding that they should love themselves. After they have understood and they have known their own beauty, now they are very clean people and they are even sharing the community. And what inspires so much, they have shared this 3P, and some of them did not know how, they didn't know even how to write, even how to read, but they have grasped this 3P and they are sharing. So we can see how 3 Principle is all about understanding, because some people like Nehemiah, you find he cannot read, but he's sharing the community because he has understood how thought works, the wrong use of thought and the right use of thought. So this has been so much inspiring here in Nakivale, and the community is very happy because they are sharing from one to another. So I'm very much privileged that we are here today, and 3 Principle is going ahead positively, changing lives of the people here in Nakivale and beyond. So all of them here, of course, they have their testimonies, they have a lot to share with you on how 3P has helped them, and so far how they live positively. So I will start with Murinda, He's going to share with you his story, like the way before he was feeling, and then after joining this department, after understanding that wisdom lies within him, the way he's feeling and how he's living now. So after, we shall move respectively until we finish with Andrew, and they speak Swahili, but I will be translating into English. So we are starting with Murinda to share with you how life is. So Mindo Tanza gongesha story yako. Yeah. Naongea.
Bwana,
Nawasalimia bwana.
nawasalimu.
Yeah, greetings everyone.
Nashukuru tena kuwaona.
I'm happy to see you all.
Furaha nyingi sana.
It is lots of love.
Mimi naitwa kwa jina la Mlinda.
I'm called Mlinda Ngabo.
Rugaragara. Mkongomani kutoka Kongo.
I'm from Congo.
Niko miaka 2 hapa.
I'm 2 years in Nakivale.
Nilitoka Kongo ilikuwa mwezi ya 10.
I left Congo last year in October.
Mwaka wa 2021.
Yeah, like these 2 years.
Nikakuja, vita ilikuwa kali kwetu.
Because there are a lot of war in Congo.
Sana.
And we had a lot of challenges.
Tangia kuzaliwa mimi nilikuwa bado kuona vita sawa hizi.
In my birth, I never saw such kind of trouble that I saw in Congo.
Kuona gisi manyumba ilikuwa inarungura.
Our houses were burnt.
Na mangombe kunyanganyiwa.
Even our cows were taken.
Na watu kuuawa kiolela.
Even killing people.
Nikaona shida inakuwa.
It was a lot of challenge.
Ndio nikakimbia.
So I decided to run there and come to Nakivale.
Kakuya milima nikashuka mpaka Uvira.
We just came up to this side.
Watu wakanisaidia.
And we are helped sometimes on the way.
Nikakuya mpaka Bukavu mpaka Goma.
And we came up to Nakivale.
Mpaka hapa Nakivale.
Up to Nakivale.
Kufika hapa Nakivale.
After reaching Nakivale,
nilikutana wajirani.
I found neighbors.
Wakanipokea.
They welcomed me.
Lakini nilikuwa na shida kubwa sana.
But I had a lot of challenges.
Tangia Kongo nilikuwa nakunywa pombe.
Even in Congo, I was taking a lot of alcohol.
Pombe sana.
And it was a lot.
Huko siku moja nilikunywa pombe wiki moja, nikalala mpori wiki moja.
There is one day I took alcohol and I just slept in the bush for 1 week.
Wakanitafuta na maimbwa.
Even people just looked for me with dogs to get me.
Bakanipata.
And they got me.
Lakini nikawaza sitakunywa pombe tena.
And I thought I will never take alcohol again.
Lakini muda kidogo nikakunywa tena.
But because it was a habit, I then got back and started drinking.
Lakini wakati nilifika hapa,
but when I reached here,
nikaendelea kunywa pombe.
I continued drinking alcohol.
Lakini Mungu ni wa ajabu.
But God is very great.
Nikakuwa na bahati.
And I was very lucky.
Kukutana na hii sleep ya alcohol.
We have met with this three principal department.
Na ndugu Philippe Taebwa.
With Phillips and Harry.
Kaanza kutuongelesha.
And they started training us.
Nikawaza vya mingi sana.
I was still thinking a lot.
Ananiongelesha ngombe zilinyanganyiwa na watu walikufa, ananiongelesha nini?
I have lost everything now. I don't know how I'm going to get settled.
Lakini nyuma nikasikia.
But then I came to realize that sleepy has changed me.
Pombe nikaacha polepole.
I just gradually stopped drinking.
Nilikuwa na mawazo mengi sana.
Because I was overthinking.
Sikuwa nasinzia.
I couldn't sleep.
Lakini wakati niliingia mu sleep alcohol.
But in this, after I have continued with this sleepy department,
nikaacha kabisa.
I just stopped drinking.
Na mawazo ikapunguka.
And even a lot of thoughts were
mawazo ikaenda mzuri.
And I'm now thinking positive.
Na watu nikaanza kuongea na watu mzuri.
And even sharing to the community and loving people.
Na nikawa na furaha.
And I'm very happy now.
Nikaanza kupenda wajirani.
I even now start loving neighbors.
Nao wakaanza kunipenda.
Also them, they are loving me now.
Mimi nashukuru Mungu sana.
So I love God so much.
Na Mungu akakuwa karibu na mimi.
Even God has come near me.
Sana sana.
So much.
Hivi tuko tunaongelesha hata watu wengine.
For now we are sharing to Nakivale community.
Sana.
So much.
Hata wenyewe wako Kongo.
Even those whom we left in Congo, we even connect them and we talk to them.
Natuma maaudio.
I even send voice clips to them, and they are feeling very good
nawaongelesha juu ya kunywa pombe
because of reducing that kind of alcohol.
Nashukuru sana
I'm very happy
kwa kutuongelesha mzuri,
because you trained us.
kwa tupatia mwangaza.
We have now seen an insight.
Mkatuonyesha mlango.
We have now seen the door.
Mkafungula.
And you opened.
Na mimi nikaona.
And me I saw.
Nikaingia.
I just passed.
Nashukuru sana.
I'm very happy and I thank you so much.
Mungu azidi kutubariki.
And may God bless you.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Philip, ask the other two to talk, but not to tell their story about the Congo, because there's a similarity. Tell them about when they arrive in Nakivale, to start from there. Okay?
All right. Okay. So anasema mwe wawili mwanzie hapa, mwanzie vya Kongo mmebacha, waanze kiso wasalimie, waanze kisi vya hapa. Pombe umeingia msiipe imekusaidia nini? Yeah, so we are now going to Nehemiah Vijaramami. After this Mirinda joined the three principal department, now introduce this new friend. He was also taking a lot of alcohol. So let's hear also from him.
Jambo.
Greetings. Yes.
Mimi naitiwa Jeremy.
Me, I'm called Nehemiah.
Nafurahi sana.
I'm very happy
kuwaona.
To see you.
Juu hapa Nakivale.
Here in Nakivale.
Nifikia hapa Nakivale nilikuwa nakunywa pombe kidogo.
I reached here in Nakivale and I was taking just very little alcohol.
Lakini kufika hapa Nakivale.
But after reaching here,
nikapigiwa na kunywa pombe.
I thought maybe if I take alcohol, it is going to help me.
Nikakunywa pombe mingi.
I started taking a lot of alcohol.
Juu ya mawazo.
Because of overthinking.
Juu nilikuwa na mawazo mingi, seme juu nilikimbia.
Because I had a lot of overthinking because I just left my country.
Juu nilikimbia sina kitu.
I just escaped with nothing.
Sikuwa hata na kitu kimoya.
I didn't have anything.
Lakini nilifika hapa.
But when I reached here,
wakanisaidia.
I was helped.
Wakanisaidia manguo.
With some clothes.
Lakini nikaona nikunywe pombe tu.
But I was seeing as if alcohol is the only solution to me.
Juu mawazo ipunguke.
To reduce my thinking.
Lakini wakati niliingia mwi kikundi.
But when I just entered in alcohol three principal department.
Niliona Mungu.
I have seen God.
Venye niliona Mungu.
How I have seen God.
Juu nisikia mawazo yangu nikaanza punguza pombe.
Because of overthinking I had, it has just reduced.
Juu bali nifundisha kupunguza pombe na mimi nikasikia.
Because I have now understood, I just understood how I can reduce on my thinking and I even stopped drinking.
Juu mbele niliomba msamaha kwangu.
Because before I never understood.
Ile msamaha nikasema na wengine naweza wasamehe.
And I said I have forgiven myself and I even forgiven others.
Kwa leo.
For now.
Nilishajisikia sikunywe pombe tena.
For now I feel very positive and very good and I don't even take alcohol.
Na kwa leo niko nafundisha wengine na mimi waache pombe.
And even I teach others and I even train others on how they can live positively and stop drinking.
Lakini Mungu anatusaidia, vile vyote viko vinasikizana kwa Mungu.
But God has helped us above all.
Juu tunafurahi venye mlitufundisha.
Because we are now living happy.
Na leo kwa kunywa pombe nilishavimaliza sikunywe pombe tena.
For now I cannot take alcohol.
Ndio vile Mungu atusaidie.
May God still help us.
Tunashukuru.
Thank you. So we are now moving to this is our last was a client but now also a counselor. Is called Andrew. Let's hear also from him.
Nawasalimu.
Greetings.
Asante sana tena hivi tunaonana kwa siku ya leo.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Tuko wazima sie wote.
And we are all good here.
Mi habari yangu gisi nilifika hapa.
For me, the way I reached here.
Malinipokea.
And I was received well.
wakanipatia chakula.
Anza ile giso pombe na giso vimetoka mja pombe.
Bona wakati niko tu hapa niko naangalia jinsi ndafanya nini mawazo.
I had a lot of overthinking.
Nikasikia mawazo nataka inanituma mpombe.
But I was seeing if the thought was taking me to a wrong direction of taking alcohol.
Anasema pombe akose ndio itapunguza mawazo.
I was thinking that maybe alcohol is going to help me out.
Kumbe ndo kuongeza mawazo juu ya ile nyingine yenyewe.
But it was bringing a lot of challenges to me.
Muda kabisa nivea muda wa mrefu niko nakunywa pombe na angalia nifanye nini nikasikia wapi.
And I could take a lot of alcohol without seeing any change from it.
Kisha nikakutana na huyo kijana.
Sasa after I met with Phillips,
ndo linitosha mwa ile hali yenyewe nilikuwa mwayo.
That is when I started changing positively from where I was.
Akaniambia, akanifundisha.
Then we were taught, we are trained by Harry on how we can manage our thoughts, on how we have to see our own beauty.
Na mimi nikaanza sikia mzuri.
And I started feeling very well.
Mawazo nabadilika.
And my thought has changed.
Akili nakuwa sawa.
My knowledge is now pure.
Furaha katika mimi ikakuwa.
I'm feeling love, I'm feeling happy.
Hata familia yangu,
even my family,
mnyumba bakafurahi.
Even at home they are happy.
Kuanza kurudia mambo yenyewe nilikuwa nafanya mbele nyuma.
Because they are now trying to see what I was doing before and now.
Nikusikia boga venye nilikuwa mwavyo.
Because when I even look back on what I was passing through, on how I was managing my family, I even feel ashamed.
Na hivi sasa mimi na familia yangu,
but for now, me and my family,
na bajirani,
and even neighbors,
na wanaanza nifurahi na mimi nafurahi.
Even all of them are very happy of me, how I live today.
Hata natembea nasikia hakuna cha kunisumbua.
Even when I'm moving, I move very steady and seeing that I'm in positive.
Na sina kitu cha kunisumbua, nasikia furaha tu.
I just feel happiness every time.
Juu ya ile mbegu Philip alipanda.
Because of the seed that Harry and Philip has planted in us.
Mbegu mzuri unaitosha kwa matunda.
Very good seed that they have planted in us, and we are now getting fruits out.
Na wajirani wanaanza kuuliza gisi nilikuwa
even neighbors are just wondering how I have gained a positive mind.
Na ndio maana hivi tunaendelea kufata.
And even today we are moving ahead.
Kisha ya nyuma
than before.
Yajua Mwenyezi Mungu asante.
And may God bless us. Thank you. Thank you. So very. That's great. And I just want to add one more thing. On Saturday, we all got together and the wives of the three men talked about the changes they had seen and how happy they are for the new relationships they're having with their beautiful husbands. That was very touching for me as they are talking now. So we're ready to move on now, guys. I know there's a lot to absorb. Now we're going to Success Roots School, in which we have the executive director, we have and two teachers who are teaching the three principals in the school. And Nadangago is the executive director. I don't pronounce his name right, by the way. He'll pronounce it more correctly. And he teaches. He has allowed that to happen. He is the brother of Mugisha, who Mugisha was the beginner of the school, who invited me in, but he had a tragic accident. And Nadangago has taken over, and the teacher says it was a gentle transition, a beautiful transition. And he teaches English to the adults in the school in the evenings or something, and he also teaches three principals as well to them. And we have two teachers here, beautiful teachers, who are being taught by Yai and Asumani, who are from back to the Fitra. And they have taken Sahara, what ask what is love into the curriculum, into the course, and doing different things of teaching the youth and so on. So let's hear from these beautiful gentlemen, and we'll start with Ndangago. Pronounce your name for everyone so they can at least get the right pronunciation, and go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here, for inviting us here. By the name, I'm called Ndagano Namwangwa. Yeah, I think this is my first time to meet you with these guys, and I'm not alone, but we are with two teachers. I think they are going to introduce themselves. Yeah. First of all, I can say thank you for Harry, Yaye, and the Assuming, because for sure me and successors, we love you so much. Yeah, because if I can go back, let me say, if I'm talking today with such a people like this, it means it is because Mugisha searched, did a good research, and he found good friends, and that is why I'm talking today with these good friends that Mugisha left. And also, Harry for sure brought for us 3 principles, and when I started, he started at success roots. After starting at success roots, he connected us with the Assuming and the Yai. Yai started the training with the teachers. I think he started with 14 teachers, and up to now, for sure, he's still the training is still going ahead. They are still doing the training, and teachers are still attending the training. Yeah, that is why we are very happy every day, every week when we are having them in the session, on the session. Yeah, and another thing, it is let me say a little bit about 3 principles that Harry brought for us. For example, let me start by an example. I have a child here. I have five children. Those 5 children, only one, for sure, one one, I don't know how he behaves to their elders. He didn't know how to share love. When the mother or me, I tell him to stop to share things that he have to their friends, for sure he couldn't accept. But when I learned love from Harry, how people share love, and how love brings happiness, for sure. When also I started doing that, when I started teaching him about love and about sharing, for sure, even happiness, even happiness. Yeah, for sure. I am telling you that I can see now the kid start sharing with the others. If it is a donut, he shared with their friends, If it is a bread, he is sharing with their friends. I can say that Harry is a good man, and for sure he brought for us things that is healing our hearts without knowing. That is because as you can check very well, love is the something who brought happiness. And if you are happy, for sure, it means that there is peace in the house, or into yourself. It means that you have peace. Yeah, that is why. And actually, let me say that even at school, our learners for sure, they are sharing love. If when we did when we get this big man, let me say that it is a big man because he brought for us things that are healing us. Uh, when he brought this, for sure, I saw learners even sharing pens. Someone who don't have pen, and if his friend has it too, he shared those pens. That things it is also a love. If there is love, everything can be shared. That is. And with the teacher Pad and Javen, I think also I can welcome them to introduce themselves. Thank you so much.
Go ahead, Ben, Berwin, or Patty, whichever. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead, Berwin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, you should mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. Good.
So I would like first of all to start by introducing myself. My name is
We're having
Jonathan
trouble
Baila.
hearing you. Your sound is not good.
Yeah, my name is Javin Baila. Can you hear me?
Sorta.
Yeah, my name is Javin Baila. I'm a teacher at Success Roots Nazarene Primary School. I am one of the teachers that is teaching the 3 Ps at Success Roots. First of all, I would like to start by thanking Mr. Harry for bringing the 3 principles in our school, Success Roots. Actually, when it started in the school, not many people really understood at first what it was all about. And I can testify that I myself, on my side, I didn't really understand what it was and what I was going to become after going through these 3 principles. So 3 principles has done really great things in our school. First of all, starting with the students that we are teaching the 3 principles. Actually, with the story of Zahara that we have been teaching for quite some time now. Um, Before it was a bit difficult for the teenagers in our school to understand themselves and to understand who they really are. But thankfully, with the 3 principles, it has really helped them to understand themselves who they are. And sometimes they used to have questions that they would like to know about things, especially like love, but they never had that opportunity to ask such questions. Because you find like most of the times um, in our traditions, it is considered in some families as a taboo to see young people asking questions about love. But with three principals coming into our school, they had this opportunity to be open, to ask questions, to deeply understand what is really love. Because before three principles, most of them used to confuse themselves. They never knew what is real love. So for them, they used to know that real love is only between the boy and the girl. But with three P's, they have been able to differentiate the love of God and the love that we really have between human beings. So that being said, they also understood about the power of thought. And with this, it has really helped them to improve in their performance at school. Actually, the performance has gone high because they understood the role of thought. Before, many of them had many things in their mind. They had a lot of questions. They never had this opportunity to take out what they have in them. So they were just keeping everything in them, and these thoughts were really haunting them. But thankfully, we have been able to deal with them, and with three P's, actually, it has really helped the school because finally the school has had this idea of opening a department in the school which is concerned with the students' well-being, which is all about guiding and counseling our students in the school. So in this way, the students, they feel more at ease, they feel safe to go to the particular people that have been designed, the people that have been selected for guidance and counseling. So now they are free. Whenever they have any kind of question, any kind of thought which is disturbing them, they know the right people to go to in order to get real and correct answers. So I'd like to say thank you so much because the three Ps have not only had a positive impact only on the students, but we are thankful because it is even on this on the also on the teachers too. So even teachers, especially me as an example, I also used to have a lot of questions that I was asking myself, and such questions were mostly personal questions about life. I never really understood what it was, so I used to see it from a different angle. But with three P's, when I was taught about wisdom, it really changed me a lot, and it made me to become someone better that I am today, and I'm really proud of that. So I'd really like to say thank you so much.
Oh, great. Beautiful, Gerwin. Patty, can you say a few words? And by the way, Yai and Asumini have been doing the primary teaching with the two gentlemen. I've been working more with Nadangago. Go pronounce wrong. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Patty.
Yeah, greetings to everybody. Paddy, a teacher at Success Root Nursery and Primary School, which is headed by Mr. Ndagano Namwanga. And I'm one of the lovers of sweepies here in Nakivale. I remember the time it came with our beloved late brother Mugisha, who interested us to join the sessions with Yaye and Asumoni, where we picked many things and we are still learning from them as our mentors. They inspired us with 3 Ps. They taught us about love, happiness. They taught us about how to control the overthinking in different ways. As we had a lot of questions to ask so that we may understand really what 3 Ps stand for. And by today, we can be able to teach others and teach young children at our school in different ways, the teachings from the 3 Ps, because we have been following the beginning to now, we are still trying to follow the sessions from our mentors. Director, these 3 principles is really impressed me. A lot of learners have completely changed and that the teachings of 3 Ps is very, very important to the community, especially when it teaches about love. Love is something likely to disappear in the world. And when we teach this young generation how to love and how to stand for love, it's really amazing. And they are always interested to ask questions and that can help them to live with love, to live happy, and so on. Then we teach stories, especially the Zahara stories, whereby we sit in different classes, I and Javin. We have seen the change from the day we start teaching to now. Learners can now share, learners can love one another at school differently to how they behaved before. And when you find, sometimes what amazed me during the break time, and you find some kind of challenge within learners, those learners we teach and those learners who are most interested can stand and start solving problems within themselves and start counseling others to show them how they have to love one another. We are really, really very grateful for these 3 Ps to enter to our school. Yeah, we are really happy. And to now, I think Harry knows that I talked to him if he can permit me to teach, because I am also an instructor at a center called Goodwill, and I teach FAL, the functional literacy, adult literacy. And very soon we have been setting the timetable to see how I can introduce it to elders, and so that they may also know about 3 principles and learn about different topics within 3 principles, which I believe will help this Nakivale and change people's mind. For people are still negative, but by 3 principles, people can now think positively. Thank you very much.
Great. And just to add to the fuel of what's happening, we're also building through a donation. Ndangago and I are primarily involved. We're building a library connected to the school, and in the library we've got a whole bunch of books from Sid, my own books, actually ones that Jim has created, and there'll be a special shelf, 3 principles books that the community can have, and the missing link is translated into Swahili, and then the 1,500 books or 1,000 books that Mugisha passed away, had the tragic accident, they will be part of the library. So the library will provide a resource not only to these teachers, to the students, but also to the community. So that is an added project. So moving on, we have Arashi. Arashi was actually the second person to sort of contact me. We started tutoring, and anyway, he is in a different community called New Hope, and in New Hope lately we've been having they built 2 buildings with a little help from donations as well. and in there, so they have a sort of like a community center, and we've been doing weekly trainings with the mothers, of which 100 to 125 have been showing up and doing training. And we're doing that in Swahili as well. And Araji is sharing. Plus, he does work with the kids and a whole bunch of things. He's a very creative person, full of life, full of beauty and love. Go ahead, Araji. Tell us a little bit about. He works in a different community, and so it's a community project rather than an educational project. Go ahead. Where are you? Go ahead, Raji. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, hello everyone. This is Iragi Bakenga Leon from Uganda, Nakivale refugee camp. It's really a pleasure again to gather together with you here, seeing your beautiful faces. They are really inspiring me. As I can see everyone have the smile and really enjoying the teaching of three principles. Yeah, it's really amazing. Yeah, today I'm together with my colleague here, Musa Mazosi, and we are going to present our work of three principles and how it's really changing lives as it's that example, something easy. As you can see your faces there, you are really smiling and you are enjoying it, okay? We are gathering today, smiling together. Now, why not others to not smile? That's what I always tell people. Can't you see I'm smiling? I'm enjoying it. And I'm sure also you want the same. Now, why to force yourself? Keep smiling. So it's really something easy. Yes, as I said, I'm Leon. I'm here to share something truthfully amazing with you all. I have been really fortunate enough to dive deeper into the world of the three principles teachings, and it has completely changed my life, not only others. I start first with myself. Now I want to spread this incredible knowledge with all the community around me. You see, the three principles are all about understanding the power of our thoughts, consciousness, and the creative force within us. It's like discovering a secret of superpower that well all possesses. Three principles have the potential to bring about profound shift in our lives and within the community. So this is always what I always share with people. So I'm just trying to share you this so that you can really understand how this is amazing to us, not only you. Through the three principles, we can gain a deep understanding of ourselves and others. We learn to navigate life with more clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. It's like having a compass that guides us toward our inner well-being and wisdom. So it's really something enjoyable. So I won't make a lot of comments on this. I will just match directly to the point. Uh, it's now going a year since I met Harry, and we started sharing together, and it was something really amazing. And from myself, just sharing my personality about three principles and how it really helped in my life. Also, I was one among those people who could get stressed, who could take things very hard. It was very hard for me to let things go, and always it could disturb my mind because I wanted to be among the changes in my community. I could see myself suffering, others suffering, but I wanted to bring the change. Then I could say, my God, how am I going to do this? First of all, I'm not happy myself. How can I make another person to be happy yet I'm still not happy? So grace to be to God. I just once meet now Harry, and Harry makes me understand that it's not me to force myself to be happy, but it is my thinking. What I'm thinking, it's what is disturbing my mind. My happiness is within me, and it's something free. So it was something very easy to discover, but it disturbed me a lot, and it took me years to understand that happiness is something inside me, and it's free. I just have to laugh. I don't have even to pay any cent to laugh, but it's something for me just to feel and let those bad things had the ships to pass away, and I laugh. So I said, oh my God, this is it. This is what I wanted before, because I did everything I had, but I couldn't discover that cheap secret. So I really thanks Harry. Harry, really, my gratitude goes to you. I can't really stop saying thank you. Yeah, sure. Then after discovering this, I said, Harry, we are marching directly to the community. I can't really wait. I can't really wait, remain with this within myself only, but I have to share it with other people. I have to let other people understand this small secret within us to be happy. Yes, we have passed in a lot of struggles. I have had a lot of colleagues express sharing their stories. Once I was like this, once I was like this, my mother got killed, my father died, this. I said, yes, Harry, those things are here around Nakivale and we are really experiencing them. And I'm one of the person who even am a victim of those things. Even I ever lost one of my family members. But I have to understand that all those things have passed and I cannot let that past control my life. So I said, Harry, a lot of people are suffering out there. So let's go to the community now. I couldn't wait. Harry could tell me, no, you wait. You need to understand more. You need to understand more to do this. So I said, no, I want just to share this small, which I have got already with others. Then I could go there and share. By that time, we didn't have any building where we could get the sharing. So I was just going, maybe if you have a school, I share you. I just express you this good news because I believed that everyone could be needing something like this. So if you have a school, I just reach there in the churches, I tell you. Then I say, let me have a share. I want to express this with more people. Until then, slowly, by good feelings, amazed things, we managed to have some buildings where we could be sharing, having some sharings, more people. And I said, Harry, you have already got some buildings. So what are we going to do? Let's welcome people. And we have welcomed people from the community. We are getting not tens, not 50, but hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. At first, we got 20. We shared this, and something surprisingly happened. They come now, the next day, they come 102 people. So it's something, those 20, when they listened carefully to what we have been teaching, they said, no, we can't remain with this ourselves. No, let's go and tell others. So they went to tell a neighbor, no, I know you are stressed. I know you don't have food. I know there is no enough money. So, but there is somewhere, if we reach there, we are going to be happy. Where is the place? Where is the place? So they gathered. I was really surprised. At that time, we didn't have even benches on where people could sit. I said, oh my God. So people are coming in many. I told Harry, I'm really surprised with these. People are really coming many. So I don't know what to do. I said, don't panic. You said you could do it. There it is now in your hand. Handle it. Then I said, oh, I just told the people, I don't have much to share with you, but I want just to share you something small. And what I shared at that first time, I want to share it with you also so that you can get to understand what I explained, because it was something very new to people and to make people understand what was three principles, because they just heard it from other people. There is some way they're teaching three principles, but they didn't know what is it really three principles. So the first time we started, and I first started explaining what is three principles. What does it mean when we say three principles? Then I come and say, three principles, we have mind. That I first started explaining people what is mind, because we just know all of us, we have mind, but we don't know. Some of us, we didn't know what is mind. And how can we use our mind? We never recognize that. We don't know the use of our thoughts. So we could just use it whatever we wanted. So I said we have first to understand this from the beginning. So I started explaining three principles. These are principles all about understanding how our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions shape our reality. It's a simple yet profound way of looking at life. The first principle is mind. It is the creative force behind everything we experience. Our thoughts and consciousness originate from this infinity intelligence within us. It's like the magic ingredient that brings our worlds to life. Then I goes deeper. I said the second principle is consciousness. It's aware that it is awareness that allows us to experience life. It's like the movie screen on which our thoughts and feelings are projected. When we become aware of this consciousness, we can tap into our true potential and live more intentionally. I explained this to people. I went to the third principle, which was now thoughts. It is the power that creates our moment-to-moment experience. Our thoughts shapes our perceptions, emotions, and actions. All those actions which we could act very, I don't know how I can say it even. Something just very small come and happen in your life. Well, better leave it to go, but you remain again with it. You let it control you. Oh my God, I don't have food to eat today. You just be stressed on that. You can't lie. You can't share love. So I said, no, those just are your thoughts. That's nothing. You can still let it go and feel happy. So I share this with people and said, understanding that our thoughts are not reality, but just temporary mental events can free us from unnecessary sufferings and open up new possibilities. By understanding and living in alignment with these three principles, we can navigate life with more clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. It's like having a compass that guides us toward our inner well-being and wisdom. So people could be surprised, it was something very, I don't know. People would say, what's this? What's coming in our world? Because it was something which never happened to them. So they said, oh my God, we are really amazed at this. And something very nervous, we did this discussion while we were standing up because we didn't have benches. So people just gathered together and said, no, we can still resist. We can still be patient, no matter we don't have places to sit, but we are going to stand up. We want just to listen. What are you going to share with us? They said, okay, no problem. And something, wow, people were amazed with this. They were really amazed. People couldn't even feel the tiredness of standing up until I concluded the training. So it was something very, very, very nice. And I'm going very far. I'm taking a lot of your time, but I'm really amazed. I'm really amazed with this. And it's something really not only me, but whole the community of New Hope. And this, not just I want it to be just in the community of New Hope. I'm using something, I'm using a method because I'm expecting if I teach the community of New Hope, it means the community of New Hope is going to spread this to other people. As at first time I received 20, the second 100 come, now we are facing to 200. So it means still as I'm sharing this with 100, other 100 will know from the 100 I'm teaching. So it's something which is going to spread global. So I'm expecting this to go very globally. And that's really my intention because I can't really resist remaining with this for my own because it's really the reality which everyone have to discover, have to know. And I'm really amazed with all the colleagues we are doing this work together in Nakivale. I can just say they are really doing an excellent job. It's really, really fine. And I really thanks Harry for showing up and giving this world of Nakivale this opportunity. And you guys, I can see James, Yaya, and all the colleagues. We really thanks you. We really thanks you. So I'm not going to take a lot of time. Maybe I can conclude by saying thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm having my colleague here, Musa. He's one of the guy who always work with me because at first we used to be friends and we could round daily just passing in the streets, nothing doing, just doing shit then until when he found I'm changing. I said, bro, why are you changing these days? You are really smiling a lot. What happened? What's new? I said, I have discovered something very important. We don't need to suffer anymore. We don't have to go again and watch football so that we can become happy. No, happiness is just within ourselves. So let's not watch football anymore. Let's not go for what, swimming and whatever, but let's first listen to this. So he's going also to share with you how this really changed his life. So I can welcome him.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Okay. Thanks so much. I'm Musa by the name. And I'm so happy to see you all. really, I appreciate, so appreciate after meeting my brother Iragi. So exactly, he has changed too much. Then I tried to ask him, why did you change? Now he told me that I've changed after learning the lesson about three principles. Then I told him, man, I want also to learn it because I want to change. Then he told me, you have to meet my friend. I have a best friend and more than best friend. It's called Harry. Then my first time I meet Harry. Now we share together, we shared the lesson about three principles. Thanks so much, Harry. Exactly, appreciate you. So really in my
It
life,
is you guys. It is your love that you're releasing. You're the one I have to say thank you to.
okay, let me say again, thank you, because you helped me so much, because I've changed it. Exactly, I was among people who have been living without hope. After meeting you, exactly, I've changed it. Due to what I've faced in my mother country, exactly, I've been living without hope. Now, after learning three principles, now exactly I've changed. As my suggestion, I could say this, Ari, let's extend this. So we have to teach all the world about three principles. So I will not put it in my heart, but I want to put it out to show others how they will be happy, because happiness is free. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
really, yeah, thank you so much. You're not taking a lot of your
Thank you,
time.
guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Great. That's great. So the community and the spreading of the community has been amazing, truly amazing. You can actually see why the community has been enriched, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving on. Okay. Now we have Mohindo. I'm just trying to remember their name. He'll mention their name. It's a youth group, powerful youth group. I went in assuming he had joined, and now assuming he is primarily heading the group. Mohindo and Rogers brought this group, and they immediately took to the principals, started asking a lot of beautiful questions, which I just love. And he said, he phrased the phrase that actually is the theme of all our teaching. Everybody I've said it to has loved it. Happiness is free. That came from Mohindo and his wisdom. So Mohindo, go ahead. Oh, hi guys. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Rogers Kivati, and I greet everyone here in this room. It's a pleasure to have you today, and it's always a pleasure to be part of these teachings. One of the things that I'm going to start with, I really would love, before going further, I would love to first give the late Mugisha just some minutes. This is the very person who has given us this opportunity to learn about the three principles around Nakivale. Without him, we couldn't hear about the three principles. Unfortunately, he left us last year. So I am begging everyone in this room to just give 1 minute to the precious soul of Mugisha. 1 minute of silence. Please, I beg. If you want to close your eyes or doing anything, please, let's just give this 1 minute to Mugisha. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. I know Mugisha can hear us today, and today we are talking about the 3 principles. Just because of him, that's why we are here, and it's something to be grateful of. And before going again further, I really want to show gratitude to God, to Saint Banks, to Harry, to all the coaches, Asumini and others. They have been with us throughout these teachings, and we really love and appreciate you. So for my gratitude, I will not really going to forget to send my gratitude to these young kids that are also learning the 3 principles from the new talent for the best future. Let me get this opportunity to introduce the new talent for the best future. It's an organization that focuses on children's talent through education, art, sport, and social skills. We are raising the ultimate dreams, talents, gift of the refugee kids to also become some people in their futures and live the life they deserve to live as other kids around the world, as other kids out of Africa, as other kids that are also enjoying their very moment. This opportunity has been so crucial to not only me, I'm called Rogers Kivati, but also to these young people that you can see behind the camera. They have been impacted to the level that I also not understanding it. And I always say that the teachings of 3 principles were meant to us, we as refugees, because this is the area where we are feeling that we also deserve to live. This is the area that we are also feeling that there is hope in the future. There is hope no matter what we went through back in our countries, no matter how hard life is today, there is still hope. And it only starts within us, within our heart, nowhere else in the world, but in your heart, in my heart, in these young kids' heart. So I just want to say again, thank you to everyone who is giving us the opportunity to also learn these teachings. I am not going to speak alone, and I don't want to take much of the time, but please allow me to hear from these young kids. Let them also express the feelings, the happiness, the love, the gratitude, the support that they have received from all of these teachings. It's such a beautiful thing. I am saying it that it's more than gold, than money, and we are actually getting it for free. Nothing more than this. And once again, these teachings were meant for us, we as refugees. Allow me to introduce Mutundi with his quote that happiness is free. Please welcome Mutundi.
Okay, hey everyone. By the names I'm called Mwindo Mutundi. Yeah, I'm the leader of NTG for the best future, and I'm really happy to be here. And 3 principles have helped us so much. For we have been able to teach people about love, to share what is love in Nakivale refugee settlement. Yeah, a lot of youth here was asking themselves, was struggling about the question, what is love? Many of them, they were like struggling for love, looking where to get love, but the love was inside of them. I'm really appreciating, and I'm really happy to be one of people who are sharing this three principle in Nakivale refugee settlement. We really appreciate you, Harry, and all the team behind you. We say thank you so much for these teachings. We really enjoyed so much, and a lot of youth now have learned that love is between like is inside of me. Love is inside of me. I cannot go and look for love, but I have love. I just say thank you so much, and let me introduce one of my youth here. It's called Kelvina. He's going to tell us about three principles. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Kelvina, and I want to talk about three principles. It has helped many youth in this community, and now I can talk about love. I can teach many people in schools, community around us. I can teach about love. I'm one of the members who taught about love. Thanks.
Hey everyone, my name is Joshua Bonner. I'm a member of NTG for the Best Future, and I want to talk about three principles. Three principles teach me about silence, to be silent. And three principles, we talked about silence. We said that if you want to succeed in life, you have to be silent. That all people who succeed in life, they are silent. No one who can get the future without having silence. And we have talked about self-respect. You cannot respect others when you don't respect yourself. So I have one advice. Everyone who are hearing me, respect others. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi everyone. My name is Sarah Bisimwa. I'm a member of NTG, and I'm the one who asked, what is love?
Interesting.
Yeah, even for me, I know more about love. I know when you give love, you receive love. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's very good.
Hey everyone. My name is Bella Butaba. Also, I'm a member of NTG, and I'm happy to see all of you. And I'm here to talk about three sport. And according to me, I have learned happiness is free. Happiness is free. You can't wait for someone to come and make you happy. You can make yourself happy, but don't wait for someone or something to come and make you happy. Thank you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the messages from the young people. And remember, these young people are not only willing to keep these messages for themselves, they want to go further and meet that very person who also in need of this message. Because for you who is not around Nakivale, let me tell you that Nakivale is so huge. It's a very big area that we really need to reach that very person who is that side there to
to also hear about the three principles. And we are looking forward for any other thing that can happen for us to go further and make sure that that very kid who is asking himself, where do I have to find love? Where do I have to find happiness? Who is the person to give me happiness? What is the thing that has to give me happiness within me? Let's find out that very person, that very kid, that very young people, that very adult who also want to hear this message and share with them. We are going to share this up to the end of our lives. It's such a treasure. It's a treasure that I say it again, that it's more than gold. It's more than money. So please help us to get that very person today. And let him also hear this. I'm very sure you enjoyed hearing from all of these young people, and you're also enjoying hearing from me. But let's not stop from here. Please, I am calling for anyone who can come for support so that you may also reach those people, the people around us and people out there, so that we can also give this message and help only at least one person's life to change. I normally tell, actually, Harry, you know this, I normally say that if this project only impact one person, that simply means the whole project has succeeded. So let's find one person that we are going to change today and make sure that the project has succeeded. Because for me, this project has succeeded already, because I have been impacted, and today I'm living my very moment. I'm living this moment that I am now, and it's such a beautiful thing. It's such a happiness. I'm actually thanking you, and I'm sending my gratitude once again to everyone, and I am grateful for this very moment that you have given us, and the whole team behind us, all of us, as you've heard from us, are really sending our gratitude, and we appreciate, and we can look forward for the next step within these sessions. Thank you very much.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nakivale, there are many more projects. There are many more projects, including with David, with an alcohol group, different youth groups, and so on. But this is just to give you a sample of how Three Principles is spreading inside these great people. Now, what was interesting, I have never marketed in Africa, but Kakuma approached me. Mark from Kakuma, 500,000 refugees in Kenya, a whole different country. And we've been doing trainings there every Monday morning with a group. And then on Friday, he brings an alcohol group where Phillips and myself do trainings for the people and support them. Mark, can you talk a little bit about Kakuma and what you have seen? So Mark is from Kenya. Go ahead, Mark. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Morning. Hi to everybody. I'm Mark from Kakuma Refugee Camp. I'm the one who have started this program here. Yeah, Kakuma Refugee Camp is the largest camp in Africa. It has 17 nationalities. Each nationality is used their own language, but what is connect to us is only English and Kiswahili. And I met with Haley. I was feeling bad. It was the time I was losing my wife when she was taking deliver after 3 days. I was hurt. have a hard situation to me. Even I was thinking bad things because of I was thinking how the people made badness to me. But the time I met with Harry, she tell me, cool down and think what you have faced, it is not you, it is everybody. But to lose your wife, it is not the end of your life. You have to stay and make the good feeling, not to be sadness. After that, I start learning from him how I can be happiness and how I can love each other. Because of for me, I was hating the people because of those who made my wife to pass away. There was people who gave her the poisons after delivery. After that, I said no problem because of these things I faced. It cannot take me far, or it is not me alone who faced this. There is another people who faced the bad situation than what I faced. After that, I project here. When we start this, I learned more from Haley. After that, I saw what I have learned about 3 principles. It is key important to me, even to the community. I wake up and call the people and start teaching them how we can learn these 3 principles, how each one can enjoy it, how you can understand the happiness is for free, even the love is for free. Nobody who can go and who can come and give it for money. You cannot get for it for money. After that, I started teaching the small number. After small number, now we are a large number. Even we have opened another project, alcohol departments. We have so many people who are enjoying it. Even they stop to take the alcohols because of they enjoy our session. They saw this session is a key important. It helped them to reduce the problem what they faced before, and even now they start know how they can live together with their family. But before, they was consuming money for nothing because they was think if they go there and take some alcohols, their problem it will be decreasing, but it is not like what they was taking. If you take the alcohol, it will make you to be in other to think a lot, and we come up and say this is we are killing ourselves. Why we are taking these things, but we are continuing taking badly. But through the goodness skills we learned from the Haley, it changed a lot of people in the community. Even after that, we open another school clubs in the schools. We have a larger number for students who are enjoying 3 principles. I happy and to share this good news, what we have learned from Harry, and even say thank you God to make me happy and to meet with Harry and the larger team like this one. God bless you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. And Mark, the originator of the 3 principles is Sydney Begg, who is my teacher. And I just want to make sure that people recognize the power of the source the word came from. Well, that takes us to the final guest. As you see, it spread to Kakuma, but all of a sudden it also spread to Kampala, where a school approached me, and Aisha and Jim went into the school, and we talked together, and then at a certain point I turned it over to them, and it's been inspiring to watch how their hearts have grown, the wisdom that has come to them. And at the same time, we're going to finish this session with one chapter from Sahara Asks What is Love with Jim Beck, who is going to talk now, who his voice, he created the audio book, did a beautiful job, and I want you to hear that because this book came from spirit, African spirit. And I want to now turn it over to Jim. Go ahead and say a few words about what you're doing and have a little fun. You have to unmute yourself, Jim.
Am I unmuted now? Thanks, Harry. Yeah. It's been amazing attending this session, and I want to finish off by talking about that a little bit as well, if you don't mind. But firstly, the schools that we've been working in, the Graben School and the Adeti School, and I believe there are other schools that are going to be joining us. And it has been really gratifying to share. The idea to share is to grow. And one of the biggest beneficiaries there has been myself and Aisha, because we've been sharing and we've been growing. What's happening in the schools, the teachers are reporting changes in their own lives, their colleagues noticing those changes, and major changes amongst their students. Unruly classes are calming down. Colleagues are noticing the change in the classes as well as in these teachers. And the kind of changes our comment would be, the students have stopped hating on each other. Another one would be, they're starting to ask us for help. They're coming to us asking for help rather than being frightened of us. These are major changes in classes. Another lady has been working in trauma, and she's changing her approach to trauma to allow people to make the kind of changes that the people in your alcohol program have made. It's really beautiful to see this happening. They're introducing it to other schools, and we're hoping for results there. I'm sure we will get them. It has been amazing, really, sharing with the teachers, sharing the 3 principles in Africa. I want to focus now on what's going on right here, right now, Harry, because this is an amazing event that we are privileged to attend. I want to thank everybody here that has been sharing what's going on with them, and to the depth that they have been experiencing the principles and learning it and sharing it in all aspects of their communities with incredible passion and gratitude. This is, you mentioned our mentor, Sydney Banks, who is the person that first articulated these 3 principles, who discovered them 50 years ago. And this is a kind of a 50-year celebration that's going on through the 3P community. And here it is, Sid's upon discovering these principles, he dedicated his life to alleviate human suffering. And right here today, right now, we're hearing about that suffering being lifted, people striding through it, not having it anymore, taking charge of themselves. It's miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle. It is amazing the success that's going on in Africa, in Nakivale, in Kenya, and in the schools that Aisha and I have been sharing with the staff. God bless everyone in the room.
Okay. Are you finished, Jim?
I just the silent parts left, Harry. But yes, I am finished, and I know you want to introduce the audio chapter 2, and it was a privilege to work on the audio, Harry. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I loved doing it. It came from nowhere, just as the writing of the book came from nowhere. It's great. And it is an incredible vehicle for sharing the 3 principles. So you can take over on that intro, and thanks so much.
Okay, thanks. Thank you very much, Jim. Just to let you know, we're going to do a book club in the new year on Zahara Asks What is Love? And some of the money will be donated to the communities that we're seeing here. And so we'll let you know about that. And there's some other ideas I have as well. And this book, as you heard, came from Bella when she asked, what is love? And then Muhindo said, the people know a lot about God, but they don't seem to know a lot about love. They don't have faith in love. And that's why you've heard so much about love in this particular thing. So let us hear from what Zahara, who is a fictitious person. Let me just do the share sound. Great. Oh, share. Whoops, what happened there? Did I share screen?
You did.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm ready to roll. Hopefully it will work. And by the way, thank you. And also, of course, thank you, Omar, for hosting this. This is really, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Harry. This has been amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing to hear from different communities.
Oh, great. Just a sec here. Oh, I lost it. Son of a gun. Just a sec.
Not forgiving ourselves will we paint the picture of between us.
Just a sec here. Sorry.
For our good feelings together. Zahara smiled and laughed.
It's not quite
said,
yet, but just...
Yes, Bibi. Let's share the cookies and love together.
Just a sec. I missed my point.
Zahara asks, what is love? Part 2. Zahara is a 15-year-old young lady living in Nakivale refugee camp. She's very curious about love. So are many of her girlfriends. She continued asking questions to Bibi about love because she found her answers so comforting and reassuring, and they made so much sense. While Zahara was eating her cookie with Bibi, she mentioned that she feels she loses her temper too many times in her relationship with her boyfriend. She asked Bibi, did you lose your temper when you were with your husband? Because I noticed that most of the time you're happy and calm. Bibi replied with a curious look on her face. Actually, Zahara, when I was younger, into the age of 45, I had a very bad temper. My mother often used to lose her temper, and I thought it was a normal feeling. When I got stressed, I would also often get angry and let off steam, so to speak, and then feel better. I was okay with it. But I noticed that many others around me had become scared of me because of my temper, and that my temper hurt their feelings. My own children loved me, but hated my constant and loud negative emotional outbursts. Then one day, I had a spiritual insight into my temper. I noticed that my uncle, when he was angry, always thought he was right and everyone else was wrong. I also noticed the opposite was true. He was always wrong when he was angry. I wondered, could that be true for me as well? That is the moment I had an insight that changed my personality forever. I realized that this was true for me as well. I was always lying to myself when I was angry, but I thought I was always right. These lies kept my temper alive. The anger was fueled by my lying thoughts that I was telling myself in my head. Right at that moment, I lost 95% of that bad habit of my temper, and I became calmer and easier to be around. You see, Zahara, when one sees the false, automatically we tap into our wisdom or that which is true. I was fooling myself with my lying thoughts. When I simply stopped believing in them, they went away. I became more loving to others and myself, and that brought happiness into my heart. This insight made me a better human being, and that is the goal of all human beings, in my opinion. Oh, Bibi, that is so great. I hope I can see this as well, Zahara said with amazement. I guess your experience is like the forgiveness that is mentioned in The Missing Link by Sydney Banks. You forgave yourself when you saw the truth. Sydney Banks wrote, forgiveness releases you from mental anguish and pain and all the horrible negative feelings an unforgiving mind experiences. When you learn to forgive, you see with clarity the ignorance and the innocence of those who trespass against you. There is no way to guarantee a trouble-free life. Wise people find happiness not in the absence of such hardships, but in their ability to understand them when they occur. Bibi, my boyfriend disappoints me so many times. Do you think I should stay with him? Bibi smiled as she remembered how many times her husband had disappointed her. But until he died, she continued to love him dearly. That is a question that only you can answer, Zahara. You must learn to trust your feelings. They are the guide to lead you into deeper and deeper levels of love and understanding. Remember, sweetie, all problems are caused by overthinking. And I mean all problems. If you are disappointed, find a positive feeling, and that will guide you to your answer. God gives us feelings for a reason. They are our guide inside. They guide us always, always to love, happiness, and contentment. In the North American Indian world, they teach about the red road and the black road. The black road is the path of ego. The red road is the path of accessing wisdom and love. Do you want to live in a world of ego thinking or a world of wisdom thinking? Positive feelings of love allow us to get beyond our selfish thoughts into the feelings of helping our fellow man, to help the community, and to rise above the selfish thoughts. A wise indigenous elder once said to me, allow your thoughts to soar like the eagle, turning your dreams into reality. This is my dream for you, Zahara. Disappointments come into our personal mind, and from time to time, when we leave these thoughts alone, they become teachers, allowing us to see that the spirit within and God's spirit are one. When you and I share like this, we share in the one feeling of love. I love how you feel free to share your mind with my heart. I love how you trust me. You must do the same with your boyfriend. When you see the beauty of your boyfriend, not from the outside attraction, but his true beauty inside, then you will know the answer to your question. I had to learn to trust my husband. When I learned to trust him, he respected me more. This allowed me to trust him even more. Never become a slave to a boyfriend, but certainly allow his wisdom to enrich your heart. I believe God lets us know when the boyfriend is a keeper or not. Thank you, Zahara, for being so loving.
Well, there we have it. Let's see, let me get this. How do I get full screen?
Is there another part, Harry?
Well, there's 11 parts, 11 chapters, but we just wanted to play an excerpt. And Omar, we're going to do a book club in the new year. For all the Africans, it's free to come. Please come and join us. Jim, Karen, and myself will be doing the book club. And you're all free to come. And for non-Africans, there'll be a small fee that they will have to pay for it.
Sure.
And you're welcome to join us as well, Omar. Please do come.
Sure. Yeah, I would love to. Send me the details and I'll join.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the 11 chapters, and the written book is in English and Swahili, and the audio book is only in English, as done by Jim Beck.
Can I stop the screen sharing? Are you done?
Oh yeah, yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Okay.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, great. Okay, so.
Well, that was wonderful, Harry. I have been touched by the sharing of each community, the impact that this understanding has on their lives. And what I loved most, it reminded me of myself when I came across this understanding, and I start seeing the changes and feeling good and everything, and I start sharing it with everyone I know, and people I bump onto randomly in the streets, and and homeless people. I start sharing it with everybody, and I see this in all of you guys. Trying to find someone who needs to hear this, and I guess everybody needs to know this. Everybody needs to know who they truly are. So I would love to thank you all for coming on and sharing your beautiful souls and your stories. It's really touching, and it's really helpful. And thank you, Harry, for putting this together and bringing these different communities to come and share on Tawhid. Again, Tawhid is a platform that I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of that we set such a platform for different communities to come and share, because I don't see this a lot, Harry, unfortunately. But I'm glad that we're still doing this. I don't really mind how many people are gonna view this or not, but this should be seen and heard by many people, because I've been really touched by everyone sharing today. Thanks, James, for your sharing on for this beautiful recording. And I guess it's written as well.
Yes,
I wrote the book. Jim did the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
And it's beautiful to see, because we started it in a different format and Jim said, no, it's not good enough. And then he took his time and created something much more beautiful. So it's as much his creation, his feelings. That's the beauty of what we're doing here. We're all sharing a beautiful feeling together. That's all I understand. No one is a leader. It's all coming from Allah, God, or whatever word you mind, whatever word you want to use.
Absolutely, Harry. Keep up the good work. and doing what you're called to do. Monica, you want to share something?
Wow, those are amazing stories. I mean, just listening to the people. Ooh, I mean, that's fabulous. They just outright got it. Yeah, so it's really good to hear that. You know, I'm always trying to share. I mean, I'm basically happy, and I know I relate to or talk to people more and more all the time, and people seem to like me. So I think, you know, you put out that sort of happiness vibe and it gets picked up. That's all I kind of, but I'm having fun doing it. But this was quite the stamp on people being receptive, and then just talking.
That's
talking. Jeez. Just being happy, just unraveled all the problems by that basic. So simplified. Thanks.
You know,
I'll remember this.
You bring up an amazing point here, Monica. You know, the less fortunate people picks up on this understanding much quicker than the people who are, you know, more fortunate. You know, this reminds me of, you know, this study they did on people who lost their leg on an accident, or, you know, or something like that, and people who won the lottery. And they found that people who lost their leg are much more happier than people who won the lottery. Nothing to do with... Can you imagine this? So you cannot really measure happiness with what you have and what you don't have, but it's something that can never be, you know, lost, or it's intact. It's always there.
You know, it was interesting, Omar, when I walked into the community, their love of God was so powerful that the answer, the three principles of connecting their love of God to their inner happiness became obvious to them within about 15 minutes. And I had never seen such a receptive, to use your word, Monica, because that is the correct word, such a receptive audience to the power of the truth as uncovered by Sid, the three principles. And they just intuitively wanted to be happy. And one of the things, what you're mentioning, they were tired of being unhappy. They were just tired of being unhappy. They wanted to be happy. And the moment they stepped into this happiness, the same thing that you experienced, what I experienced, what Jim experienced, Monica, Yai, they experienced the same universal transformation of being blessed.
Well, talking about the principles has always been the not the problem, but lately it just seems to come out of my mouth. My granddaughter came, and I was on YouTube, and I was thinking about. All of a sudden, I started yattering. I thought, where did that come from? I never talked this way. I went to St. Paul's yesterday, just a false treatment. Didn't have to have it. This wonderful lady doctor. We started talking, and she asked what I used to do and stuff like that. And somehow I got into conversation about, I mean, all this stuff came out of my mouth. Okay, I'll tell it. Like I used to work in mental health in Montreal many years ago. I had a nervous breakdown. I mean, I didn't tell her all this. I just said, when I was there, no one knew anything about mental health. They did shock therapy, medications, but no one talked about. And then I landed on Salt Spring to listen to Sid, who spoke of innate health. I mean, I sort of zip sort of thing about my experience. And then I talked about having the experience of working in addictions, where I had to facilitate, which I was terrified of. But the clients were in crisis. So I told her, and she was like, what? But she was listening. So it's like I was telling her, I mean, she's a doctor. I was just saying, you know, there is hope here for whatever wrong's going on. I think that's what I said. And she kind of went. So that was lovely. So that's what's happening to me recently. I just sort of zip off and tell her, but because I always used to hide out on kind of, I became a painter. So that was my freedom to express the best I could what I got from Sid. I didn't have any words. I was a mute practically on Salt Spring, but now I'm a conversationalist. And it feels good that I can actually get it out.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty, Monica, is that each person has a spirit to share with whatever life brings to you. And to see that feeling of enthusiasm that you have for the people that you can share with, you're making a difference. And that's what's happened in Africa. The people are making a difference. Every one of us are a collective making a difference
They're very good examples for me to see.
They are, and inspiring.
And be done.
and that
for
and
all
that
of
is
us.
All of us. And the truth is, Omar, you've given them and each person here an opportunity to share their story. And you know how rich that is for each of them and the youth and everybody else. You know, that's the beauty of it. And for me to hear all these beautiful sharings and stories, I'm the one who sees it the most, and yet there's so much happening that I don't see. And that's the beauty of it. We're just all following in this group positive feelings. Every one of us are sharing to the best of our ability. No more than our best, but we're all giving it 110%. When Jim
I gotta say this, Harry, you brought a freshness to the Three Principles community that this needs to reach other people from different parts of the world.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And you brought some voices that you brought some new voices that needs to be heard, and they have something to share. They have a beautiful feeling that they share with, and it's just amazing to be in their presence. Thank you, Harry, for
so much.
this
That's
together. Thank
beautiful.
you for Yai and all the people who you know, who do something to work with those people and you teach them and bring this to life. I just love what you're on, guys, and your mission, and I would love to know and hear more. And we reached already 2 hours. I'd love to leave the room to chat later, but thank you guys so much for, you know, coming along and sharing, and thank you, Harry and James and all of you guys.
All the African community is the one that's making this successful. It's not Harry. It's not Harry. It's the African community.
Thanks to them.